Hey guys, welcome to the MMA Brothers podcast, the newest, baddest, and best podcast out there. And let's get it going. Hello guys, and welcome back to the MMA Brothers podcast. My name is Daryl.
My name is Asher.
We're talking UFC Fight Night, Alistair Overeem versus Walt Harris. This is the post-fight podcast. Let's go.
Yeah. So, everybody knows the backstory in this fight. Walt Harris is fighting for his daughter in the main event against Alistair Overeem, but we're going to start at the bottom of the card as per usual. So, the first fight of the night was Song Yadong versus Marlon Vera. So, this fight, honestly, it could have gone either way. Song Yadong was landing some very, very nice strikes.
Unanimous decision.
Yeah, I mean, judges are judges, right? So,
where do they find them? I just want to know. UFC, where do you find these guys, man? Is it the commission? Like, who hires the judges?
There's been a lot of shady judging going on. But again, let's look at the stats. Song Yadong lands 119 versus 115. 101 significant strikes versus 92.
And wait, 1 second. Just scroll up. This is what I'm going to say. He threw how many more strikes to him? With 30 more strikes and landed 4 more times. Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like this is what I don't understand.
Marlon Vera definitely was putting more of the pressure on Song Yadong. I feel like Song was landing a lot of like nice strikes to the body, but Marlon was just eating them. Anything Song was just throwing and just eating them. And obviously there's a two takedowns for Marlon Vera, so that should have gone his way. I honestly thought Marlon did enough to get a decision because of his forward pressure too, but I was surprised when Song won. I'm happy because my brother put money on Song, so he won. But yeah, it was a lot of shady decisions in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, how? Like, if you look at the numbers, how did they score the fight? Octagon pressure, takedowns. What else?
Striking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All those 3 things, he was better.
Yeah,
He's the more efficient striker. You can throw more, but if you land 4 more, if you throw like 30 or something more strikes, and then you land 4 more than me, right? And I'm landing a higher percentage. I've taken you down twice.
Yep.
I'm the forward advancer. How could you possibly give it a unanimous decision? If it's a split decision, I'm much more forgiving on judges. When it's unanimous, like just like the Anthony Pettis,
a lot of shady judging in this one, but we're gonna move on to the next one. So the next one,
where are you guys
Eric
from,
Anders versus Jotko. This one, kind of like the same with the previous fight. Eric Anders was one that was putting on a lot of forward pressure. He was the one that was trying to come in for the KO. And he was throwing some heavy strikes, not a lot of combinations and stuff. Michael Bisping kept on saying like Anders needs to just try and focus on like maybe throwing a couple of things to blind him and then like land something heavy, because you know your boy was just trying to land that knockout strike. Jotko was moving backwards a lot. He landed more strikes even though he was moving back. Anders kept on trying to go for a takedown. Like takedown attempts was 5 takedown attempts versus I guess 5 takedown attempts for Jotko too. But a lot of fence pressure by Eric Anders. He was putting him on the fence a lot. But kind of a boring fight, guys. Nothing really to talk about. But anything to add?
Not really. You nailed it right on the head. Wasn't the most interesting of fights. Eric put the pressure on in the first round. Did he drop him? I'm pretty sure he dropped him.
No, I don't think there's anybody dropped.
Or you put forward pressure and he tripped something along the fence is what I remember seeing. But we're going to move on. So
Edson
this one, Barboza.
Edson Junior Barboza versus Dan 50K Ige. Now this fight, again, another fight that could have gone either way. All of these fights were really competitive, actually. So this one, Edson Barboza starts off the first round. Ige is putting a lot of forward pressure, throwing heavy strikes, hits Barboza a couple times. I thought Barboza was going to fall. I was like, yo, this Ige guy is coming for his 50K. But then all of a sudden, Barboza just throws a monstrous overhand right and drops Ige in the first round. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be stopped. And then Ige survives. The guy is a beast.
Trains with Khabib, man.
Yeah.
Different beast.
He's a really good guy. And gets up and then remains competitive. Ate a lot of leg kicks and somehow continued fighting. Ate a body kick that I don't know how he walked through that. Hit Edson with like a flying knee. There's a lot of action in this fight. And then, you know, in the last round, Ige landed a takedown on Barboza. So that could have won him the fight. I honestly thought Barboza won the fight. But again, he was a little unlucky. But hey, you can't hang your head on that one because Edson put up a good fight. Ige put up a good fight. It was a good one to watch. Anything to comment?
My brother is taking the words out of my mouth with these one, guys. Like, I can't really add on anything he said. Barboza clearly had the better power within the two strikers, right? Like, Dan Ige is more going to touch you up more. Edison is going to like, yo, look, I'm going to leg kick you for days. And then if you keep trying to advance, it's at your own peril. So I wasn't too upset about that one. It is what it is. Dan Ige won. Yeah, we're going to move on. Angela Hill versus Claudia Gadelha.
Yeah, this one again. Look at the strikes, guys. So like literally apples and oranges, or apples and apples, as they're saying. Anyways,
but Angela's the more efficient striker. We can't. This is the thing. People see that, okay, you're 92, 93. But if you throw 50 more strikes than me, and we're at similar numbers, who gets the striking advantage? The guy with the higher percentage landed, right?
Yeah.
That's the logical way of doing it. But
so yeah, I mean,
MMA judges aren't logical sometimes. It doesn't.
Claudia Gadelha won the first round. She landed a takedown, and there was a little bit of forward pressure and stuff, but she's definitely had more control in the first round. Second round, Claudia Gadelha gets dropped. Like with it, I did not know Angela Hill had that much power in her right hand. I didn't even think Claudia thought Angela had that power. But Angela,
she fights every week, man.
Yeah,
so
she's had like 6 fights within the last year or something. She's like the most active fighter in the UFC. But anyways, I did not have that much respect for her as a fighter. Not to disrespect her, but I never thought she was like good enough to fight those top 10 fighters. But she put up an excellent fight against Claudia Gadelha. I know Claudia Gadelha has been 2-2 in her last 4 fights, so maybe she's on the downward trend in her MMA career because she's had some pretty big fights and she's been in some brawls. But third round was a little bit competitive, but like I remember Angela Hill was landing a lot of body shots and like hitting hitting Gadelha with the harder strike. So I actually thought that Angela Hill won this fight. I think a lot of people did as well. And I thought Claudia Gadelha, with her bloody face and stuff, took an L. But I bet money on Gadelha to win because I thought it was going to be an easy bet. I was so happy Gadelha won. But definitely I think Angela Hill got robbed in this one.
Yeah, it was a daylight robbery once again, man. I just don't get what they're judging it on. Tell me what you scored it for. What made you pick that? That's the thing. We gotta hold the judges accountable, man. Like, they can't just be screwing over fighters, dude.
Yeah.
And it's very consistent that they're very poor judging.
Yeah. But usually Dana White's good with that type of stuff because if he thinks that, like, a fighter got screwed over, like, he'll, like, dismiss what the judges gave you. So let's just say it's an L. Like, you lost your last fight, but it was close, and, like, Dana thought that, hey, you won that fight. He could actually put you in a position to fight a better competitor in your next fight.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about purely that L on your record and not getting the win bonus.
I get it. Obviously, you don't want to, you're missing on the win bonus and you have an L on your record, but at least he tries to say, like, you know what, I understand you got,
at the end of the day, fix the judging the way Dana doesn't have to do it. But yeah, we're going to move on to the main event, Alistair Overeem versus Walt Harris. Big boys, some heavyweight big boys. 6'5", 6'4". We broke down the stats.
This is the big ticket.
It was very hard to watch this fight after midway through the first round, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Alistair Overeem came out with the win, as you guys all know. And it was... If Harris didn't get overzealous with the finish when he hurt Alistair, if he was more calm and calculated, this wouldn't have happened, in my opinion. Because he gassed himself out. Because he was hitting Alistair with massive shots, right? But then Alistair gets up. He's still a little bit on shaky legs. He throws a head kick. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Keep him at boxing range and keep what you were doing. What landed it? Go throw uppercut. Because Alistair was covering up like this. Throw an uppercut down the gun. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Ended up throwing a head kick, slipped, and then he didn't sprawl. Like, he just saw, I'm just going to, you know what I mean? Like, sprawl. Do something. Roll. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's because he's a big boy. He didn't really think about it. I think Walt's really got to train his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu. I mean, there's nothing you can really do there if Alistair's on top of you. He had wrist control. He's pummeling him in his face. Dan Miragliotta gave him every chance because he knew, like, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I can't say I'm disappointed with Walt because of the situation, but I don't know, man. Like, he's got to change. His cardio's got to get better. His wrestling's got to get better. There's a lot of weak points that I saw in his game. He's a very unpolished fighter, in my opinion. He's just hand heavy. And he's hand heavy and not the good hand heavy where, like, he touches you once, you're going to sleep. He's like, he touches you, you're stunned, and then you might go down.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the Ngannou power. If he had Ngannou power with his fighting style, cool. Francis can get away with it because he touches you one day, you're going out.
Yeah.
But Alistair, kudos to you, man. That was an amazing performance. You got dropped, and his chin somehow held up. And even the commentators were like, there's a lot of questions about Alistair's chin. Yeah. And lo and behold, he pulled through, man. Like, kudos to you, man. But you still know who's waiting for you at the end of the summit. The guy who almost took your head off, right? So like you gotta. I think the next fight to make would probably be Alistair versus what's his name, Curtis Blades. I think that's a good fight to make next.
Curtis Blades already beat Alistair Overeem. I think a guy that Alistair should fight next is the
Verdun?
No, Anaconda. What's his name? Boa Constrictor, right?
Alexei?
Alexei Olenek. That would be a good
No,
fight.
Alistair messed him up, dude.
Yeah, of course he'd mess him up. Actually, I think he's already messed him up. I
Yeah,
think Overeem's already beat him.
Yeah, it's just because the boa constrictor moves forward, throws heavy hands.
I honestly think Overeem's fought everybody except maybe Daniel Cormier. Like he's already fought.
Has he fought Stipe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stipe KO'd him.
KO'd him in the first round. He's fought everybody.
Oh, I remember. That was
also rocked Stipe in the first round too.
Yeah.
I think he dropped Stipe. I can't remember.
No, he rocked him against the cage. I remember. And then Stipe cracked him. That's when he dropped.
Oh no, he did drop him. He hit him with a straight left, and Stipe went to the ground. Then he tried to get the choke. Remember when Overeem was just like, "Oh, he tapped." I remember.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, that's a different fight. Overeem's fought everybody, guys. Like I don't even know if I'm a matchmaker who to put him up against. That would be fresh blood. But
he's already fought Jairzinho.
So Overeem again, great result. I think
Jairzinho versus Curtis Blades.
Yeah, Curtis Blades is waiting. He's gonna have to wait for somebody. But yeah, I think Overeem did a good job in this fight. His chin did hold up. The thing is though, he didn't get hit clean with like that because he threw a leg kick and then he got hit. So he was off balance a little more. On the ground, he did eat some hammer fists and stuff like that. But again, Dan Mergliata, excellent job.
He could have stopped the fight.
I was laughing, saying if it was Jason Herzog, he would have stopped. No, sorry, Keith Peterson, he would have stopped it much earlier. Keith is like, oh yeah, so many unanswered punches. I'm like, dude, oh yes, there are unanswered punches, but man, he's still there. He's still there. He's still there. Okay. So that was really, really good refereeing by Dan Mergliata. A+ on that one. Okay. And yeah, Walt Harris. A really unfortunate situation. Everybody knows his story. He's gonna have to go back to the drawing board, like Daryl said, work on some skills.
He's got to work on a lot, man. He's
Stand
got to
up
trim down.
is his boxing is good. His kicks good. I just think in terms of putting it all together, like he still needs to
He's
get
really
there.
Gotta slim
And
down.
Overeem is just way too skilled. That's why I picked Overeem. I'm like, dude. Big Ticket has all the power, but Overeem he's like had like more than 60 fights, man. Like he's seen everything. Like
he might have seen it and got it clipped by it.
He's been submitted, he's been KO'd, he's been TKO'd, he's been hit to the body. Like if any situation, Overeem has been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like he's fought heavy-handed people before. But anyways, guys, what do you guys think of the fights? I hope you enjoyed this event. That was 3 weeks of UFC. In 1 week, 3 events of UFC in 1 week. So we have another event coming next week. I think May 23rd. I think Dana was saying he wants it to be in Vegas. I forget who the main event is, but don't worry, we're gonna cover that fight. As per usual, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, MMA Brothers Pod. This is episode 35. We're gonna hit you with the preview again and a post fight for the next event. And the events keep rolling. More sports are opening up. NBA is almost on its way. Soccer is kind of getting there together. So, guys, we appreciate the engagement on Instagram. If you want to give us a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube as well, and listen to us on Spotify, ABCD. I'm running out of words to say. Anything else?
So you said it in a very boring way. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Let's get it cracking. We love the engagement, guys. Please keep talking. Please keep commenting. If you think we're wrong, you think you're right, tell us why. We love it. Follow us on Instagram, MMA Brothers Pod. On Twitter, MMA Brothers Pod. All the podcast platforms, MMA Brothers Pod.